Hi there, lovely people. This is the real mass of Kemet, goddess of justice, truth, balance, and harmony. And in my previous video, that I said that I will be highlighting the problems the tenants are facing, and I'll be talking on the side of tenants because I am a tenant right now. I know it's not all rosy um, for the landlord also, because even the tenants also do have a lot of question mark, a lot of problems the landlord they are experiencing. And okay, a lot of these houses, we are the so-called rental houses, has a lot of problems, and has a lot of problems, and we have to come up with a good way, or we have to stop this madness of constructing such houses before this situation gets out of its hand. We have to be very, very considerate. We cannot go on with this shaky shaky structures that are coming up in our urban areas and even the rural areas, the small towns. We cannot go on with this thing because we are going to create another reality or another situation we won't be able to deal with. So it's a high time we come up with the ideas of how to put a stop on this. And I'll start with the disadvantages of these rental houses, what the tenants do experience. They lack proper ventilation and lighting along the corridors, particularly at night. It's always pitch black. You cannot find your steps in the staircases. So I'm appealing to the landlords, please make sure that the flats and the tenants are inhabiting are well um, ventilated, and also the corridors have these lights. And also, what another thing I have noted is the corridors. Whenever it rains, the corridors are flooding, so that is another problem they should look. And then, like I said in the that video I did about the rental house that I'm staying, the so-called flats do lack balconies, which to me a flat should have a balcony. And also they do lack fire exits. Yeah, fire exit is very, very important, as many don't have fire exits. And then there is noise pollution through promotion, particularly in the small towns. These loud blaring um, promotion. I would request the NEMA to look um, upon this. Noise pollution should be contained, and not even through promotion. There is a lot of crabs that are being constructed each in the residential area, so that one should be looked also. And then the landlord do had the road to the caretaker. The caretaker is the one who is left to take care of all the grievances of the tenants. And caretakers, you have to change your attitude. You have to change your attitude, because your attitude is so wanting. Whenever a person airs a grievance, you always say this, that is not your problem. That is not your problem. And each and every problem that a tenant encounters, it must be handed to a caretaker, because by that the caretaker is able to hand over the grievances or the problems to the landlord, and together they can solve and help the tenants. So requesting the caretaker to change their attitude. And also there is this thing of sewerage, low sewerage that is emanating from this building. The buildings has increased so much for the last 15 or 20 years, and it has become human waste has become an issue, because whenever these lorries come to siphon this sewerage, most of them are draining in the Nairobi River, and this is the main issue that is affecting the Nairobi River. So the landlord should know how to manage this human waste. And also I would request NEMA to step up and see how they are going to manage this situation, because it's getting out of hand. Like every town we are reporting, it's being reported that low sewerage is coming from these structures, and it's going direct to the rivers. And also the agreement between the landlord and tenants is should, as the tenant lacks rights, yes. And also there is this organization that are protecting the tenants. We haven't been hearing about them. They should wake up and start working. Then these houses lack proper sanitation, space is limited, toilets and bathrooms are limited, water is rationed, electricity is rationed. It's kind of hell, especially in these mabati houses. Staying in those houses is like, I don't know, congestion, lack of privacy. Then the lack space that is in between the buildings. Example, if you go to Isiri market, those malls are like, they are just touching each other. There is no space left. Even if there was a case of emergency, like fire emergency, it will be very hard to control one fire from one building to the other, because they are interlocking sorry about my English. They are interlocking. There is no space left. And those malls, they are so congested inside with those flammable materials. So I would like to request the people of Isiri, the Somali. Our government is owned by the Somali and Kenyans. Look after your brothers there, because you are creating a situation there. So okay, I would like to tell these organizations that are linked or do take care of these grievances or the problems that the tenants and the landlord do experience, because there is a lot of problems like unlawful rent increases, rent defaulters, unlawful evictions. For example, we have the Kenya Alliance of Residents Association, that is KARA. Then I think we have the ants restriction tribunals. These are the organizations that addresses the rental issues surrounding landlords and tenants of protected tenancy. And like this one, the CARA, they have stated in their website that they do cater for those houses that pay below 2,500 shillings. And currently we don't have houses that are less than that, so you should review on that, because so many houses, it's like they are 15,000, they are ranging from 15,000, 3,000 to 15,000. Then we should put the laws that governs landlords and tenants in Kenya. Okay, let me say they are not being infected, or they are not operating in a way they should help the tenants and the landlord. They are just lying dormant. So they should be effected. So the rights and the acts that settles disputes between the landlords and tenants also should be effected. Then the city council and the county government are the one who are failing us, because due to the corruption that they have in their premises, this is what is causing all these structures to be constructed, because whenever a person comes and bribes them, or whenever they go to inspect the site and verify the site is not meeting all the conditions, all the requirements that are needed for it to be safe, to be habitable, they are just taking the bribe, and this should stop. Then there is National Construction Authority. Please do your work. You are also sleeping on your job. We cannot now tell everybody to demolish the buildings they have already built, and they have committed their money. Most of them have built this building with the loans from the banks, and they are still paying. So you should act before they start constructing these shaky and shoddy structures. Don't wait for them when they are all finished, all furnished, and people have committed their money. That is when you are going to demolish this structure. This is very disheartening. This is very humiliating, and you have to stop doing that. Then there is this Ministry of Public Health and Sanitation. You are also sleeping on your job. We have been seeing NEMA trying to fight these fights of the raw sewerage that is emanating from this building, all by themselves. So the Ministry of Public Health and Sanitation, it's your time to wake up also. Then I think the landlord should ensure that the sewerage or the human waste that is these houses are generating should reach the Kenya Sewerage Treatment, which is situated in Ruai, and it is the largest in Africa. It uses waste stabilization on pod system, which treats industrial and domestic sewerage. So you should ensure that this raw waste is going to its destination, where it's best suited to be, in order to be treated. Stop harming our rivers, because this is the water we are drinking. This is the water we are taking. So, and also I would like to warn these lorries that are disposing these raw waste in the river. Stop doing that also. Take this sewerage to its where it's supposed to be taken. So if we can work on this, then the problems we are experiencing with these rental houses will be over. And also I would like to request the banks, please consider giving our people loans which has low interest, because the interest is the one which is making people to, or the people who are constructing this building, to use all the shortcuts, because the money is never enough. Whatever the bank gives is never enough, and the period to repay the money back, you can never wait on that. You have to repay back. So I think this is a good way. We should lower the mortgages and the interest rates on our people, so that even this will encourage them to build good structures that are suiting our own people. So many buildings are collapsing, and this is very disheartening. If, for example, we had an earthquake here in Kenya, I don't know what will happen, because many structures will fall flat. And it's the time we had this. It is the time we come into our senses. Cannot not have all these structures that are coming up, and they are very shaky. They are low quality. We cannot be doing such things. We have to work, and we have to work all of us, in order to eliminate this problem. So that is it, people. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.